Alright, we are back. This is our new series. We're gonna split this playthrough in several episodes, and we're gonna try and see what's inside the Age of Wonders 4 box, so to speak. At first, it received a very reinforcing set of evaluations on Steam. It was received with a very positive score. It has undergone a series of updates as of lately, and as it goes, the devs are now collecting data and info from the public to prepare for new updates. So yeah. Well, I have started several games by now, but I would actually like to start a game on normal. I don't know. Let me see, tier 1, tier 4 realm. Most of this water plagued by sandstorms yet blessed. There are five story realms within the first game, the main game, and the DLCs will add 2 more. One is already added by the Dragon Dawn DLC. I haven't touched them yet. I actually just played a few skirmishes, mostly on Fields of Rebirth. But it's basically a first realm to try out, but the problem is that I never get to finish these because I just get so bored. I really get bored because it's just so uneasy, and even then, even though I don't really know the game, I'm probably gonna fall flat on my face if I start anything harder. I still can, even if I lose, I have to try, you know. I can't with easy games. Dunelands. What do we have here? Barren Oceans. Affected by sandstorms. Crystalline Abundance, Magic Origins, and Desert Realm. Well, this is ideal for the race that I want to play because I built it to be in the desert. It's interesting, it's an interesting idea. Mana crystals grow more easily on this realm, making them unusually abundant. Okay. Magic Origins. Astral influence on this realm makes creatures of magic origin unusually common. Okay, in Desert Realm. Desert provinces are common, but desolate provinces are absent. Forest province features are rare. Wetlands are absent. Okay, I'm gonna try Dunelands. Let's go. And for the... hold on a second, let me just see. I can alter things here, but I don't want to. Okay, normal difficulty is fine for now.
Your journey starts here.
Yeah, it just may. Okay, let me see. I want the Grontar Aiducan. Yes. So this is a custom race that I have been working with. As you can see, I have experimented with several of them. I have 8 of them right now. And this one in particular, in my mind, these guys are basically alchemists and arcane forgers. Basically, that's their role. And historically, these people lived in arid lands, basically a bunch of desert dwarves. They are more on the side of magical exploration, as you can see, but their nation is not the nation of mystics. They are basically pragmatic thinkers, and they research magic with an end at hand. Basically, they research the arcane arts and alchemy to produce better gear, to produce better results within the material world. So they basically have material affinity, and they are the other forgers. So yeah, I'm gonna select this faction, and yeah, I like the appearance that settled with these guys. And as far as I saw, the way I haven't really developed it for my characters, but as they develop, you actually score points, and you can buy different can acquire different cosmetic elements to tweak your characters even further. And there are some cosmetic elements that were included in the pre-order version, but I didn't really pre-order this game. This is actually one of those rare instances where I actually play a game from the start, from when it was launched or around it. But as a staple, I do not pre-order games because it's too large an investment to just dish out for count. It's rare that I do this. Oh, I actually used to sometimes. Nowadays, I actually binge shop for games. So anything that goes on a binge that is kind of abandoned, that's what I look for. Or way cheaper than it was once. Okay, so this is that introductory screen, but basically we use the Tome of Enchantment, of course, because that's our motto, that's our yeah. And the Tome of Enchantment also has some interesting summoning aspects to it. It is actually very defensive as far as I understand it. I haven't really played with it. I have actually read the description. Combinations are massive in this game, so I think that in the fact that you unlock certain tomes within game during the game is actually very very interesting. You can have lots of combinations. Some for the best, some not so much. So they have resistance and desert adaptation. They are very sturdy, as you can see, and the fact that they have been dealing with magic actually makes them into inscribed runes, at the very least as I imagine them. Inscribed runes around their vests and around themselves to protect themselves from spells. The fact that they are adapted to the desert actually makes them live like kind of like the Freyman. They are kind of like the Freyman in a sense. They are industrious, of course, because they actually they are actually dedicated to produce all sorts of equipment and alchemic potions, which I couldn't really find around the game. But anyway, I couldn't really find a way to produce them or to reflect any tendencies to produce them. I don't know. I haven't played enough yet. I'm gonna discover if there is anything like it during gameplay or not. I don't think there is. I haven't heard at least. And then runesmiths, which I found particularly interesting. Could you, yeah, please? Because it actually reduces the cost of enchantments because they can place the runes in things they are forging. So this is ideal for me. Basically, they are a nation of artificers, of mystical artificers. So yeah, and they are artifact hoarders because of that. So they collect artifacts. Basically, the only way I could actually imagine an alchemist in this game, for now at the very least, was to move towards this direction and actually like it. So basically they hoard these things, they gain power from it, as you can see. They gain extra mana for the art because of the artifact hoard, and they get 2 random hero items. So basically that's their mesh, that's their thing, that's their motto. They are basically kind of like collectors and forgers. They have golems, which is ideal for what I'm thinking. Basically, these are the living artifacts that will fight for them. And bolstered enchant. They gain some hit points and 2 bolstered defense. And a question arises: I don't know if these stack. If I can stack it, if I can stack bolster enchant 5 times. I think not. I think I can stack just the 1 point of defense, so I could have 3 more. So I could bolster these 2 times and still 1 more time. But I'm gonna test this during gameplay. See what happens if I can go beyond defense 5 with this in any capacity. We'll see. They are also multing board because I just found this one. So what we have here? So I have Grontar Aiducan here, of course. The Steel Shapers. Then we have Anvil Guards, and we have the Arbalest. So we have a ranged unit. We have 2 shields, and we have a supporter. And my own character was shaped was built to be a spellcaster. So yeah. So now let's see, what do we have here. As far as we can see, we have resources around. So we have San Rocky. What's in there? Right here. That is this. We have mana stashes all around. We have 1, 2, 3 mana stashes. 4 mana stashes. Fine. 4 or 5? 4. So we have 4 mana stashes. In here we have our scout. So I'm gonna send. Let me see. Let me check the map. So up north I have last land. So what I'm gonna do is first things first. This guy has actually more movement. Scouts have 40. My entire army here will have 32, right? So I'm gonna use this guy. I'm gonna go south with him. Or is it a her? I have no idea. Her. I'm going south with her. Get this back. And I'm gonna explore. We have plenty of deserts around, of course, because of the world configuration. I'm gonna scout around this mountain here. And we found our first enemy stack. So Inferno Hounds and Ice Spiders. Okay. In the meantime, I'm gonna send you north. First, I'm gonna move you here. Just go again. Just a small word about the graphics. The graphics aren't natively, they aren't like this. It's just that I discovered that there is an option for reduced renderization, and I kind of like the aspect, the retro aspect that this has. This is why I'm calling the series a retro series, a fake retro series. And I kind of liked it. I don't know, there's something about it. There's something about the games from the late 90s, early 2000s that actually fascinate me, maybe because it reminds me of my youth. So, yeah. Let's go for Arcane Research. Sundering Blades. Grants base melee attacks of enchanted units based 90% chance of inflicting Sunder defense. Basically, Sunder defense actually breaks their armor in a sense. So it reduces 1 point defense, 1 point status resistance with stacking possibilities. And then basically we reduce enemy defenses. So Demolisher, making them able to destroy reinforced obstacles. So you can actually break the barriers behind which the enemies are hidden. And you can do that to polearm, shield units, fighter units, skirmishers, and shock units. I have basically some shield units that could benefit from that. Seeker Arrows. This is definitely not very good for me because I don't have currently too many ranged units, but I could produce them. Units type, ranged unit, 1 in army. Okay. And Awaken Tools. Skill level 2, City Spell, Tome of Enchantment. Friendly cities. Okay, this is interesting. Awaken Tools can actually boost my city production, and I think I'm gonna go with this first, even though it's not very fun because it's not very combative. But I actually want to make the city pump up some interesting stuff here. So, and here we have what we are producing currently. We have plus 50 food, plus 29 production, plus 8 of this. Yes, is because of the domain, because of my leader. Plus 42 draft. Notice that this leader is actually one of the grounded. There are 3 classes of leaders so far. One of them is basically the human risen leader that was actually waiting for the invasion. Was actually trying to defend its people from the invasion of the Godir. The other one is the Godir mage, the banished mage that returned to this reality after the portals were restored, and then the dragon. Dragon seems to be the stronger as far as combat goes. I haven't really experimented with them. These guys actually offer tons of bonuses to their own people. It's production, diplomacy, and stuff. And the Godir are way more inclined to spell casting. But I don't think that they are really... at first I thought that these would be the classes that you could choose from, like I want a warrior leader or a mage leader, but it's not the case. You're actually going to choose that as you choose the weapon configurations that they use. So I actually have a human, quote-unquote, mortal leader here, and he's a mage because I actually placed an orb at his hand. There's a difference between orbs, staffs, two-handed weapons, shields and swords, bows, crossbows, and stuff like that. There are six types of weapons that you can choose from, and each of them will give your hero a different purpose in battle. It will grant different bonuses to the army, to the leader, and so on. Yeah, since I was trying to roleplay, I'm actually following this trail here, and I'm gonna try to adapt to whatever came out here. I'm gonna try to up my game here. I'm gonna try to learn and play this game in a more efficient way. So we have plus 60 knowledge, plus 20 mana, plus 40 Imperium. And these, it's interesting because all of these resources, if you don't use them at one turn, they can stack to the next turn. They can stack up at the next turn but they don't stack 2 turns if you don't use them. If you don't use them for 2 consecutive turns, then you lose them. So you gotta be attentive to that. So yeah. Okay, so we have desert around. In here we can place, when we build our provinces, we can place farms, research posts, this is interesting, conduits, or quarries. So there's a dispute about what to build first as far as I researched. Some say that you should try to work on production. That's what I usually do when I play these kinds of games. Some say that you should chase farming and food, because that will have you have more of these areas, more of these provinces under your command. As you reach, like for example, I have 3 turns to reach another, to get another pop, to get another unit of population. When this time arrives, I'm going to be able to annex one of the adjacent settlements. You know, I'm going to have to choose, and as I annex, I'm going to have to develop it immediately. So I'm gonna establish how it is developed. I can change that later on. But people say, for the most part, use a forester, because foresters actually give food and production at the same time. Or build farms, and others will say that you should focus. You shouldn't really focus so much on the provinces, but you should focus production on the buildings that you produce inside your city. As you can see, for example, if I actually build a quarry here, I get +5. If I get a workshop for $60 here, for 60 gold coins, I'm going to have an 130 production, of course, which is going to take me roughly 4 to 5 turns, 5 turns, basically. I can get +10 draft and +10 production income. Also, if I put down a worker's farmstead, I can get +5 production, +5 food. I don't really, and it's basically the same price. So, of course, I'm going to unlock different things here as I grow. And if I put basically the worker's farmstead, I'm probably going to go the food route. So I'm going to have a grand mill after that, which is +15 and +5. Then the estate hall, it's going to give me +30 food income. And then the farmer's guild, which gives me +10 food income per farm, and then and so on. So this is where the line ends. Let's see workshop, for example. I can have either the stonemason or the blacksmith, maybe both. But the stonemason gives me +15, and then Masonic hall +20 production income, and then you can have bonus from quarries that you actually place down. So yeah, and then you can have the workers guild, which is unlocked by that, +10 production income per quarry, requires 4 quarry to unlock. Yeah, and also have to calculate that, because some of these might have some sort of requisites to unlock or to build, right? Or in some of them get boosted, just like research in Civ. So for example, if I want to do this, I can try to boost with one forester. I have 3 turns. I can have one more person, then I can put down a forester, I can use this, and then I can boost. It's probably going to be on the 3rd to 4th. It's going to be on the 3rd to 4th turn, so maybe it's said that when you boost, you reduce to half, so probably I'm going to get a turn. 1 turn, that's what I'm going to get if I go with this. Oh, sorry, this is Workers Farmstead. Or I can build a farm to get the workshop to boost. These cost 130 as well, so yeah, I'm probably gonna get 1 turn from this. I'm gonna build the worker, just anticipating this. Let's just check the rest. So in here we have, again, with a farm, the market. So this grants +10 gold, the market grants +15, the mint grants +20, but you actually have the boosting criteria grow. And odds are that, and eventually you're going to find something that has a requirement to be built. You know, Merchant's Guild +10 gold income per mine, and then you have 4 farms to boost. Oh no, this branch doesn't really demand that by the end. Then the shrine, which gives me +10 mana, and that's kind of the structure of the game. Every single building that you build kind of gives the same thing, kind of demands the same thing from different areas, which is interesting. Monolith, again, plus 20 mana income, requires one conduit. That's interesting. Conduit is a base provider. Yeah, so I have to have one conduit around. Like I have to have... Oops. Kind of struggled there. Like I have to have one mine here and so on. So basically it's the same logics. This is for knowledge, this is for mana, this is for gold, this is for farming and food, this is for production. I'm gonna start with production. And now we can hire people, which I'm gonna do. But first, I'm gonna go for a different strategy, one that people find a bit controversial, but I kind of want to do this from the start because I want to try and level up my characters pretty soon. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come to the hero screen, and that's interesting. When you defeat a hero in battle, it goes to your prison or to your crypt. I had them come to my prison. If they are imprisoned, you can bury them and get their you can kill them, you can ransom them, or you can free them, getting their equipment. And eventually, if you don't do anything, sometimes your enemy will try to negotiate a ransom, will try to ask or try to negotiate the return of the hero. I had this happen to me on one of my runs. I delivered the I set the guy free. He actually returned to his city, his capital city, but then I actually managed to get some diplomacy bonus with that. So it was interesting. And I can recruit people. That's what I want. So far I have 2 people that I can recruit. If I have other cities around, this number might go up. I don't really have the goal to do so. And then the heroes also have their own characteristics. I cannot use one of these and trade them in to put them as governors right now because I only have my capital, and since there is where the throne is, the only people that can rule over that is my lord, my warlord, my ruler. In this case, Grontar. Okay, so they are both unaffiliated, but they are both ether forgers like the rest of us. So she has watchful, 1 retaliation attack. So yeah, every time they are attacked, they retaliate. So she gains +1 retaliation attack when she's attacked. I think she's sword and shield, right? Yeah. You can always inspect them as well. So in here you can see their abilities. They have boosting, they can bolster defense. If they defend, they can enter their defense mode with shield. I mean, they can just bolster defense as the skill. They can defend and rise a shield wall with +2 defense, +2 resistance, getting immune to flanking and helping adjacent units, and then watchful, +1 retaliation attack. Fantastic. And then Agvar the Academic. Viga the Unwavering Agvar the Academic. So he has Afflictor. What does Afflictor do? Base attacks have 60%. They have a base of 60% of randomly inflicting burning, bleeding, or poisoned. Cool. So 8 fire damage per turn, 8 physical damage turn. Cannot affect ethereal or undead units. Cannot affect wet or frozen. Unit sustains 8 poison, blight damage. Poison counters regeneration. Yeah. Cannot affect ethereal or undead. Okay, both of them are interesting. Probably for contrast, I should go... I'm gonna have to wait till I have the gold. Next turn I'm gonna have +88. But I should probably try to bring some variety and bring into the fold a warrior, which would be interesting. I'm tempted, however, to get the mage. Just because. Just thematically interesting. Oh. But I think I'm gonna dose the strategy and RP elements. I'm gonna try to balance both. So yeah. Let's see. Okay, you named the city Palisade. No, this is not gonna do. Come on. Very least try. I'm gonna put Moria. I'm not even trying. Come on. Okay, so this gave... How much did it give us? I really didn't pay attention to that. I actually wanted to know how much. And on the bag of soaps. the downstairs dog actually started barking like crazy right now. And now she's trying to join the choir, apparently. Why are you looking at me? She's looking at me. Let me just see if... there's nothing abnormal happening. But she's looking at me for some reason. Okay, so this is a den. I gotta clean up these. And it's got to be quite fast. But if I attack these guys, I fear that these ones will also try and fight with me, because they are within 3 hexes of the main army that I'm gonna fight, and I don't really have the power to fight these guys. I'm 390, they are 180, and these guys here are 485, so that's a no-no. I'm gonna have to move away now, for now at the very least. Okay, let's keep sending you south now. I'll send you towards here. Alright, what's this? Prospect Province. Okay. Let me see. Oh, I can already put down some outposts. People actually said that that's an interesting way of spending your Imperium and your gold, because it will actually give you a place for an encampment for your hero for your heroes to have to rest and somehow find shelter when away from home. So it's something to... I'm gonna get Vega. So I'm gonna recruit Vega. This is interesting because I'm gonna have to pay 30 gold and 5 Imperium, because at each turn that I have a hero, without having city slots for him or her, they actually cost an extra. I'm gonna pay the extra, you know. I think it might be worth it. And in the meantime, now that I have already spent what I wanted, I can actually get... I'm gonna start producing a new army here. I'm gonna put 2 more to side her, to flank her, to protect her flanks. And then I'm gonna put some archers with her. Pioneers... Actually, I should actually be producing pioneers, really. Let's take a look, you know. Pioneers have shoot crossbow, they have 12 points of damage. Then they have a defense mode, a simple defense mode. They can be flanked, +2 defense, +2 resistance. The far side, +1 vision range. And scout prospecting. That means this unit can prospect cliff, mountain, stalagmite provinces. This rewards production, gold, and a hero item. So they have interesting advantages. Oh, they also have... Go back, please, go back. Oh yeah. 45 life, 2 points of magical resistance, 2 points of resistance. And they cost 8. Let's see the other ones. The Arbalest. 60, they have 50 points of life. They have shoot crossbow, they deliver way more damage. So they have this overdraw crossbow. Nice distance as well. Removes retaliation attacks on the target. Yeah, this is very interesting. If I am to attack, mostly these units, the Imperialist units, are defensive. But if I am to eventually attack, I could use these guys to actually eliminate the retaliation and reduce damage. Defense mode and bolstering. So they are useful as far as a fight goes. And then the avant-garde. Melee strike 8. So of all the soldiers that actually deliver some damage, these are the guys that deliver less. Then we have taunt. Okay, unit skill enters defense mode. So they actually enter defense mode, and yeah, and they direct the attacks. So that's very interesting. Defense mode, shield wall. Okay, we know that. Bolstering as well. Shield defense, and then watchful. So basically they have more retaliation. They actually serve to stand in place, these units. They have better life, they have 5 points of physical defense, they have resistance 2. Yeah. So yeah, it's an interesting unit, but it cannot win wars alone. I'm actually gonna go for the Pioneer here, even though it doesn't deliver so much damage, because I kind of want to scout the areas and discover what other territories I can use. Maybe even build some outposts and prospect. I want to use this prospect ability, if I can. Okay, Orders required for who? For you. So enable, wait turn, guard, outpost founding, view which armies, blah blah blah. Okay. I'm gonna move towards move path set. Okay. Continue to move path. I'm gonna bring you to a stationary state here. On end the turn. Okay. Oh, also, we have the 3Zs here, so this area is basically dormant for now, but eventually it's gonna wake, it's gonna patrol its own frontiers, it's gonna scout, and when it finds me, it's gonna start producing, pumping out monsters to attack me. So yeah. You know, I think that this is an interesting system, but at the same time, if attacks to your city resume themselves to this, then it's kind of a disappointment, in a sense, I would say. Okay. So who knows? Okay, I'm gonna have to walk away from here now. I'm gonna go north. Sorry. As for you, I'm gonna move you here. Yeah, I'm gonna send you alone for now. I can't really do... I wouldn't risk the hero in a fight, in a fist fight. I think because she has 130 power and she's kind of resilient, so I think she might take on lesser groups. I think. Yeah, not this one, for example. I don't think she could. These guys seem like they would bunch up around her, and I wouldn't have too many alternatives. 65 to 1 Astral Bond, Attunement Fortune, charge resistance, unaffected bonus effects to charge attacks, and then fast recuperation +5 world map turn. First strike. A unit with first strike will use retaliation attack first. Yeah, she would take too many attacks. She doesn't have. I don't think she does have the resistance necessary to stay alive against a bunch so numerous as this one. Not to mention that they have the freezing burst. They can actually attack at a distance with these guys here. No, yeah, I'm gonna need more people to fight a guy like this. At the very least, as far as I understand it. Look, she has 100 points, but they actually dish out a lot of damage. She delivers 10. She can't just cloister herself out. She actually needs someone that delivers damage at some point. It would be easier to have maybe spellcasters. Oh, look at that. I'm not gonna ignore that. I'm gonna go back. Breccia. Meeting Curious Breccia. Or Breccia. I don't know. I think it's Italian, so Breccia. Guildmaster Dan Forgerunner, or Dan Forgerunner, of the free city of Breccia greets you with some curiosity. Yes, the city is curious after all. Curious Breccia. Okay. Legendary Grontar Aiducan. It is rare for Breccia to meet an ascended champion like you. Nevertheless, we ask that you respect the territory and independence of Breccia. Give the mortal Dane Forgerunner one of your whispering stones to start negotiations and gradually improve their allegiance to you. You can actually distribute these in order to work on diplomacy, or you can use them on your own cities to boost production. Sometimes, depending on the start that you have 2 of these. You have 1 more. Given to free city to begin. Yes, actually, when I hovered over the name, I actually expected to read the description of what the hell a Whispering Stone is. Because honestly, I don't see. I kind of understand the idea. Whispering Stones. I think it's kind of like a palantir. It's kind of like a crystal ball. In other words, the palantir were actually these crystal balls on Lord of the Rings that you actually look at inside and you could communicate. So I think it's kind of like a medieval cell phone, so to speak. You actually toss one of these towards the city you want to communicate with, and then kind of like Saruman and Sauron, you actually have this link, this channel through which you can communicate, exchange information, and stuff like that, which is a pretty cool idea. I become your vassal. Okay, we know the rest. Let me see just Bridge, yeah. Dane Forge Runner, Rated Forgers, Relations 300, Diplomatic, State Neutral, Allegiance 0. Okay, this is the definition of the free cities. Let me see, Guildmaster Dane Forge Runner. Yeah, I want some details on their alignment and stuff like that. Let me just go for Ascended Champion, yes. Ascended Champions are mortals who join the pantheon of Godir at Mage Haven. Through their mastery of the arcane arts, they bear resemblance to their mortal origins and have a close connection with and understanding of the people they rule. So basically, any rules that you play, it doesn't matter if it's a dragon, if it's ascended mortal, or Godir, they all meet in this place called Mage Haven, where the pantheon meets. The pantheon is basically the gang of the ascended. And Mage Haven is one of the many worlds, but Mage Haven actually has a privileged view to the Aether Sea that created all things, that the Allfather, their main god, used to create everything. We see, with many wizard kings seeing themselves as living gods, it is no surprise that the gathering in Mage Haven became known as the Pantheon. In this sanctuary, the members of the Pantheon debate and scheme to alter the fate of the cosmos. The Pantheon consists of many factions and alliances, which the Covenant and Shad-Rai are the most prominent. Let me see this. This is that I haven't seen in this game yet. Covenant are a faction within the Pantheon of Godir, who seek to uphold ancient agreements of peace and stability, as written by the Archons in ages past. Their lawful tendencies often put them in direct opposition to the Shad-Rai, group of ambitious Godir who formed a volatile cabal in order to claim power within Pantheon and the Astral Sea. Basically are the two cliques. They believe no power should be hidden from anyone and are known for their schemes and invasions of realms they deem worthy of their domination. Their chaotic tendencies often put them in direct opposition to the Covenant. Okay, so that's that. It's like you have the Democrats and the tyrants. It's not quite like that, but basically that's the idea that kind of exudes from it. So let me check. Who are you? Let me see. I couldn't really find a way of taking a look at their alignment, but the information should be here somewhere. You know, because I'm very picky about those who I ally. I don't want alliances with chaotic characters. Even then, alignments actually play an important role in this. If I have a good alignment, it's gonna be more advantageous to me to ally other good characters. Allying with characters that have bad alignment or evil alignment, it's gonna be way harder. So yeah. I actually want those sweet bonuses. Let me just give the Whispering Stone for these guys. So there it is. Yeah, it's kind of like a Palantir. It's even round. I actually thought this was just an icon, but the Whispering Stone is actually round. Fine. So now I can use some Imperium to boost the Allegiance. I actually should use this for this here to advance my Empire. Yeah. Excavation. This is the general area, and this is my alliance here, my allegiance. Sorry, my alignment. The Material Affinity. Outpost less 25% gold less. Take 1 turn less to build and start work camp unit. Master Masons, Arcane Artisans. Yeah, this is the line I want to follow, really. We don't have any Cs, so I don't see any reason to spend points in this particular branch, but in this particular point in the branch, but maybe the others. Yeah, the others are kind of useful, even in here. General site, increase the city map by +1. City cap, sorry. Yeah, these are useful. I can have another Whispering Stone as well. Yeah, this is cool. Material Empire skills, cities share a border with Throne City. Best plus 10%, gain breastplate with champion hero item. This is interesting for me as well. Special province improvements. Ozone city stability. Material writings gain plus 2,000 gold. I'd sooner receive more substantial advantages. Yeah, like this +1 siege project slot, stuff like this, you know. +1 stability. I think it's way better than something that's basically one-time burn, but okay. Special province improvements. Currently active units gain +1 defense, +1 resistance. Regenerate an additional +1 hit per 2 move points. End of your turn, and martial ancestry. Reduce less 10%. So yeah, they actually draw an interesting portrait for your empire. Start teleport infrastructure, cities will build teleport province improvements. This is good. Logistics moved 3 move points instead of 5. And will embark again very fast. General Empire skill. +1 siege project. Let me check. Yeah, I knew it. Cities have this number attached to them. That's basically their defense number, and you can increase it by building other stuff like towers, ballistae, walls, stuff like this. And that means that that determines the time that you can resist a siege. So if you're besieged for any reason, it's your city is going to start taking fortification damage, and eventually it's going to crumble. So yeah, so I can actually use this to speed up the damage that I deliver when I besiege a city. For your armies, I use force march. Force your units to move further on the world map. Interesting. So basically, forced march, like you have in Old World. Not really, but kinda. It's 100% their move points, but lose 30% of their current hit points. Yeah, not really, because there you can actually spend more orders. You actually use a number of orders per turn to move your pieces and send people on diplomatic missions. It's an amazing game, by the way. And in here you actually lose hit points. Exhausted for 2 turns. March costs 10 mana per unit in the army. The ability to use force march can unlock through empire development. Okay. General right. Right of the last stand. What is the right of the last stand? What does it mean? Right, as far as I understand, I think it's kind of like you have your citizens painting their faces, dressing up armor, picking up weapons or whatever they can. I don't know, maybe working tools, stuff like this, and going to war. You know, you have 3 tier 1 units automatically, and that's a right for them, like singing and praying for the champions and the martyrs that will go to the battlefield and probably die there. Interesting. So yeah, these are the 2, and I'm not even gonna read the rest now because I'm gonna focus on these 2. So okay, Breccia. I didn't really discover. Yeah, maybe here relations. Respectful. Okay, stop doing that. Thank you. Shared affinities. Aha. So material, because we have material affinities, we have +200. Champion, rule origin champion of the people. Because of that, they like me more as well. I gain +1 allegiance per turn, and we're going to reach Pact of Cooperation in 4 turns. Base value +2, relations respectful +1, Pact of Cooperation 4 turns, requires 12. Okay, makes sense. So I need 12 allegiance. I'm gonna get 12 allegiance in 4 turns because I have 3. Okay. Sorry, I'm making so many obvious calculations. I'm trying to understand how the game works. Actually, I'm trying to get to the crunchy parts of this game. So I can get +6 and reduce this by half. Required allegiance to research the next diplomatic state. The cost of this action increases with the amount of allegiance gained. This action can be only executed once Well, in the current diplomatic state, I could just do that. When I reach Pact of Cooperation, what do I gain? Free City opens its borders, trading is enabled. Yeah, trading is interesting because I can buy things that will give me more advantages in terms of production and stuff like this. So, yeah, it might be interesting. I'm gonna do it. Okay. Okay, let me check the zoom out the map for once. Uh-huh. Okay. No, what am I doing? Why Moria? I have a way better name for the city. To be quite honest. Let me see, can I change it again? I can. How could I forget? I mean, yeah. Not only it belongs to the lore of the Lord of the Rings, but also it's one of my all-time favorite games ever. Angband roguelike. I think I still have it installed on my cell phone. I'm never allowing myself to play these things while I wait for the bus. I'm always either doing my prayers or profiting to read the Bible, do my prayers, or I'm reading other stuff, studying other stuff while I'm waiting for the bus, or I'm waiting to commute. Because if I start playing this, I'm never gonna stop. Probably gonna forget to commute. It has happened, so this is why I don't play. I most certainly won't get my cell phone while I'm in bed with my wife to play for many reasons. Because we're talking, because we're not talking. I actually have to. I actually have to sleep. So yeah. Let me check. Let me check. So, what do we have here? Skeleton. Unit undead. Ensorceling manlings. Ensorceling manlings? What are ensorceling manlings? Humanoid beings were organized and entrepreneurial, but impatient at times. Yeah, I can see that. Like, jester skeletons. I don't know. Clown skeletons. Actor skeletons. I can see that. Their blood is strong, which allows them to recuperate from wounds faster than others. I would love to see you find blood on a skelly. Maybe the marrowbone. With their talent to learn new skills, they can adapt to almost any situation. They hold honor and valor in high regard and fight to uphold their laws wherever they go. They are legendary hunters, exceeding ranged something. Probably cut a little. Okay. Undead, melee strike, 65. Let me inspect them a little closer. Oh, they have astral blood. I like this idea, you know. Let me just check for a critical chip. Oh, plus 10% critical hit chance, stacks up 3 times. Fortune count as misfortune. It's interesting, they don't really reduce the critical strike, they actually put plus 15% fumble chances, or meaning if it works like Age of Wonders Planetfall, you have a certain margin of have a certain percentage of hits you can take, like of hits you can deliver when you attack, like you have like 90%, you know, if you assume certain position in the map and count your own troops advantages and stuff like that. And then you have like these stripes, like these margins. If you air your attack, if you miss your attack, you can just miss, or you can graze, or you can eventually hit someone that's nearby or something like that, you know, or hit some cover or something like that. If I recall correctly, you have 90% in that, then you can miss, you can graze for 10%, never miss and never fumble, never really have like a critical failure. If you have 75, it's kind of, I think it's 25 for the rest, and I think it's 15 for grazed, something like that. If you have 50%, you actually have 25% chance to hit someone you didn't mean to hit, and 25 of just missing straightforward or something like that. I actually have to take a look at the numbers again. Let me see if fumble. If an attack is a fumble, its damage is reduced by 50%. Fumbles are usually caused by low morale. Okay, and then you have the morale analysis here. So you have morale states: high, neutral, low, very low in routing. So high, 20 to 40. Okay, so critical chance 20%. Then between less 19 and 19, the unit is content and ready for battle. I love how the math behind it just explodes in the text. I love it. Then low morale, so in here we have none. In here we have a fumble chance of 20%. And here we're gonna do 39. Is that it? 39, is that it? Let me start over here. Sorry. There are easier ways to do this, I know, but I'm just having too much fun just opening these. Okay, low morale. Yes, 20%, 40% routing. Ignores zones of control and attacks opportunities. 25% harder to hit with ranged attacks. Moves toward the nearest retreat point. That's less 60. I wonder if I could in this game do so much damage to their morale that they would just run away in any given combat. I gotta check later. Spells. Okay, they're vulnerable to spirit weak. They have spirit weakness and fire weakness. Yes, this is interesting. Let me see here. Then we have it as no spirit. Also vulnerable to fire. Freezing burst. Slippery. Opportunity. Oh, this is why they don't call the retaliation attacks like opportunity attacks, because they actually differentiate between one and the other. Retaliation attack. Yeah, it's a type of retaliation attack. They're triggered on an army. If you play Pathfinder, they always call this opportunity attack. Swift. Slowing train combat, but they don't really have this retaliation thing. Just when it's just that you don't really have when you enter the space. It's not like the other one can attack automatically or stuff like that. Okay, what else? We have an Astral Wisp. Nice model. Cosmic Bolts, defense mode. Astral Membrane. Chance of becoming stunned. Interesting. 30% chance. Wow. Move through obstacles, so you basically shoot at these, preferably. Then Magma Spirit, Fiery Wake. Vengeful Flames. They actually have an interesting line here that kind of pushes one to attack from a distance. Interesting. Okay, I actually need to prop up my army. I actually should be trying to clear out these areas for now. Or, like this guy, for example, I actually need to attack eventually. I'm being too careful, too cautious here. If I'm too cautious, then that invocation that I have made, it's not gonna budge. I actually want to climb levels. Of course, I'm just on the second turn, but it's been a long time because I'm just talking and analyzing the game here. But then again, if you're gonna play a strategy game not to analyze it, what's the fun in it? Okay, let's just uncover this area and then come back in here because I still have a good amount of mana here, so I don't really need that. Well, sword is required. Okay, let me come here and try this prospect thing. Use production gold. Okay, production again. Barbed shield. Defense against non-flanking attacks. This is very good. Melee attackers have a base 30% chance of bleeding. Melee attackers, yeah, I even know who's gonna use this. Air spring. No, it's not you, honey. Okay, close. because I'm not putting a shield at your hands. I'm gonna... Yes, you. Let me see here. No, honey. I have a gift for you. Enjoy. Cool part is that the shield actually changes with... You know? I can... all I can do is unequip here. But it actually changes. Cool. So yeah. Okay, this is better. No. Equip. Confirm. Yeah. Close. Okay. Who else? Now I have to end the turn. Can I cast any spells here? Some copper gold. Yeah, let me use some of this mana. Right? Yes, let me check. Let me just have a look at what I have here. So, 1, 2, 3 mana nodes. I could use these mana nodes just to invoke more people. That's a fairly good way to strengthen my troops. You know? I think that's what I'm gonna do. Instead of just spending, you know, magic material do. What else do we have here? Watchtower. This is gonna help me open more parts of the map. Mana stash. So I'm gonna get the stash there. I have a gold vein, another stash, the stash that I knew, and in here we have 2 more stashes. Yeah, if my adversaries do the same that I'm about to do, they are probably gonna use the stashes that they find to intensify their own troops. First things first, I can invoke this guy, the golden inside my troops here. I have the space, good. So now I have, with the golden, I think, yes, now I have a physical attack unit, a frontliner here. First strike, status affecting unity, stuff like that. Yeah, now I think I'm getting ready to attack here. I'm gonna attack this guy here. Let me just, so I have 3 units, one to shoot, a supporter, and my hero, which is basically he's kind of like a supporter as well. Love to see how this goes with the skellies. Well, it makes sense because it just goes for first strike when you're attacked. That's when the advantage works. So it's all about who attacks who first. Melee strike. 40 damage cavalry units. Okay, I have no cavalry right now in the area that I intend to attack. Okay, we'll be back soon with this. Let me just... so 60 plus 60. Yeah, I'm gonna need another round just to get the mana that I need. But that's okay. I'm gonna keep invoking these guys. I remember I did the same thing in Planar Conquest I used to do. Instead of using the summons to explore the world, I actually kept those things at bay. I wonder if I attack this guy here. If I'm gonna pull off the other troop with him. In that case, I actually should try and... before I attack, let me go around. Aha! See? I knew it. I wonder, if I attack one of these units, do them both attack me? Because they are basically defending their own stacks here, their own resources. Wow, look at the... I love the prop that they use there for the mana stash. Okay. So that's something that I gotta learn, I gotta understand first. Because... okay, let me... give me this. 50 mana. Oh, 50 mana. Now, let me move one more and prospect this area here because it's going to give me even more production. And another reward, so unicorn. Always hits, caster moves and next. Okay, take the reward. Now, let me check Hangman. How is it? Okay, now has 2 pops, which is good. Okay, you stay there. Could this be a good place to... What's the difference of being in distant claim aura? 2 turns to build the outpost. You can annex this province via a nearby city that has grown in population. Oh, so I can do that by proxy. I can send... I have the possibility of anywhere that I have these guys. That I have I have like scouts. I can do this. Interesting. Let me see. Let me plan a little bit the movements of my next. I'm gonna use the roads here. You know, I'm gonna follow the road. Move straight here. You're gonna come here and get this. I see. Oh yeah, we're learning this. Now we're getting there. I'm gonna get some soldiers here to punch our lights out. Okay. So I can do this around here, or I can come here and use my Pathfinder to do this with a distant claim. Huh. Interesting. I don't really need to do this now. I could just go forester here, this forest zone. And I think I'm gonna, because then I'm gonna split a little bit of my, you know, I'm gonna boost the workshop that I intended at first. I don't know if I'm gonna boost it actually. Oh no, I have to build a farm. Oh damn it! I actually did this wrong. I don't know if I'm gonna make the move here. You know what? What turn is this? I'm sorry, but I'm gonna load scan here. Let me see if I can. I think I can. Yeah, I can. Yeah, no, that's no problem. Don't save the game, just let's just try to load. I'm sorry I'm doing that, but yeah, at least you can profit from the art. This piece of art is crazy. I love it. It's kind of like I can't stop thinking that most of these things are either Game of Thrones inspired or okay, or Warcraft inspired, World of Warcraft inspired, because those two worlds actually set off to conduct like almost all sorts of production in terms of medieval fantasy and high fantasy from then on. I actually need to study this more, but I think, let me see how much more, +5 + 10. Yeah, I can actually get some gold from here as well. I think I'm gonna... Yeah, I have to unoccupy the mana mode first. I actually would prefer to have the mana, but I have to kick these guys' asses first. In that sense, the gold is kind of... Well, yeah, let's do this. Let's let the farm here. Now let's do it. Let's see. There it is. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think it's on. Great. Fine. So, and the little farm appears in there as well. So I need you to get more soldiers. So let's produce more soldiers. I'm gonna put 2 arbalests here because they can dish out an interesting amount of damage. And yeah, I'm also gonna produce another pioneer. Now I understand the value of these guys. It's awesome. Now, Yeah, claim this province, you know? I can't claim province, I can do distant claims. But I need 50 gold to do that. Could I claim this even without having the people here? Claim zones, province. I think I could. I actually think I could. So this is gonna be awesome because then I can, if I can do these distant claims, I can actually grow the city a bit more. And now I understand why people say that scouts are so valuable. Hmm. Okay. So I'm gonna, since I'm already everywhere is kind of watched. Frozen web. Okay. What do we have here? Lightbringer. Lightbringer. My god, Lightbringer. And it has a human skull stuck in a fish. I really want to know what a battle mage unit. Convert. Mind control. These guys are dangerous. Extended zone of control. Faithful. Unit key reduced by 10%. What's a Lightbringer? This is a weird bunch. But yeah. Okay, let me just summon the golem. Before I can really attack, can I? Elements of surprise. Temperatures in the immediate area rise and fall intermittently as a group of elemental beings panic and armies approach. The ice spider, seemingly the leader of this group, wavers unsteadily before you. It seems aware that engaging you would result in almost certain death, but is unwilling to abandon its group. Will you attack them or allow the ice spider and its temperamental allies to retreat? I'm not gonna change my alignment for this. Portion of brown power. No, I'm not gonna demand mana as well. I'm just gonna allow them to go get some more alignment. That's interesting for me, at least. I can just claim the stash. Good. I also would love to understand how this fleeing mechanic, this intimidation fleeing mechanic works, you know? Because it's, people say that I think it's kind of random. I don't know, maybe there's a chance that they will flee, because sometimes I actually attack them with a bigger army and they don't flee. So I also don't think I have gained, did I? Yeah, I didn't get an ounce of experience. Let me just get the unicorn here. And there's another thing. People have been saying that the number generators here, they are not submitted to. You can't fool them with saves coming, for example. Let me see if it's worth putting this unicorn here. Very fast moving cavalry till unit type. Yeah, it's. Oh, I can phase. Yeah, so it's useful. Congratulations, they have a unicorn now. Nice model as well. Okay, no. Yeah. Let me just go back here. Yeah, I can claim with him as well, as expected. Confirm. Okay. Okay, now you're mounting a unicorn. Fantastic. Let me move through here now. I love the way that the units actually respond in the map. For the tweaks and transformations that you do, if you change their appearance in any way you can, it does the same. It changes everything in there. Let me just move this guy down below here as I had. I'm gonna send you here to get this. Fine, 335, so 100 more. And okay, let's go for the summons again. Gonna have to wait till this strategic map casting points work. Oh, and we have a new skill available. Good. So yeah, this is perfect. This is exactly what I need right now. Can I buy it? I don't think I can. I have just 80. Next turn I can. I will be able to buy it. If I hadn't just spooned these guys with my Imperium, I would be able to buy this right now. But it's okay. It was worth it. End turn. Okay. Let's wait for the opponents to move. And yeah, I have explored nearly next to nothing of this world so far. And yeah. Okay. Let's keep following the road. Aha, I can prospect here as well. So let's go up the mountain. Go. Yeah, we're still moving. So, I can actually come across these mountain tiles. From my perspective, you have to go. Okay, 46 bucks. Keep moving. Unclean Wilderness Province. Okay, so I have prospected that. Gotten some cash. What else? You. Okay, let me move towards this. Then next turn I'm gonna prospect again. Ah, yes, this is what I wanted. Because that actually gives me quite the view from the map. So we have some cursed burrows here. Ancient Wonder. Yes, it's a silver Ancient Wonder. When annex counts as research post, plus 5 Imperium, plus 25 knowledge, less 5. It's not satisfaction, it's balance, equilibrium, I don't know, stability. Plus 2 mana, plus 2 knowledge, and plus 1 soul. If obtainable for each hero encrypt. It's not obtainable for me because I don't use dark spells that use souls. Adds corrupt soul unit to the Rally of Lieges. Yeah, the Rally of Lieges, you actually you actually can call up. You can bring up troops from the areas that you have domain upon from your vassals and call off. So it's actually a really cool mechanic. So you can rally like a king would rally soldiers from his feudal lords in the Middle Ages, from their vassal lords in the Middle Ages. It's very cool. This structure can only be entered and fought by one army led by a hero. Yes, just to make it harder. The sinister necropolis crafted by the ancient Shadrai. Its tunnels and burial chambers seem to expand almost as if they are alive and seek to accommodate new inhabitants throughout the ages. This tomb doesn't merely hunger for the bodies of the dead, it yearns to feast upon their very souls. Wow. Okay. Sinister. And what's this? Let me see the location. Archon Blood. And a whole lot of it. Mother of God, look at this. When the mighty and enigmatic Archons fell in ages past, they're kind of like the angels or demigods. Their blood infused and changed the land in certain places. Now travelers often report feeling strangely invigorated when crossing this hallowed ground. Are you kidding me? You go to a fountain of blood and you think that feeling invigorated is a blessing? Are you crazy? Now traveler, the mysterious substance found therein can be carefully cultivated and gathered as raw material magical power. Jesus. Yeah, this is something I would like to have on my study, for example. The cultivation of vessels of blood from some unknown, fallen, and strange kind of a mythical creature, mythical hero or whatever. Yeah. This world is frailed up. Plus 20 magica, mana. Unique global effect, plus 15 combat casting points. And actually there is a pretty good advantage. Who's in here? Who's in this? Stirring pot of magic. Okay, no, that's not what I want. Yeah, thank you. So we have spring fairies, flow serpents, skeletons, and a weird kind of skeletons because they seem like angelic skeletons. Good little ones. You have angel skeletons. Stocky, happy-go-lucky beings who enjoy wild adventures just as much as well-deserved nap. They move with uncanny agility, much to the jealousy of other beings. They have trained to dart in and out of combat, not giving their enemies much time to strike back. They pursue power and often turn to dark and forbidden magic, carrying whatever. Okay, would you please yeah, this is they have the major transformation Angelize, because you can actually turn your heroes and characters into angels and demons in this game. The demons being the creatures that live in the void and feed on man. Angels apparently are more like archons. I think, I don't really know because I never finished the campaigns for the games from before. So if anyone out there knows that, please tell me. At the very least, I'm gonna anticipate the knowledge because I intend to play the series, but it's gonna take a long time. So that's your unit type. Flying movement, faithful, which reduces unit upkeep. So yeah, that's interesting. They are basically undead fallen angels, because I don't see these guys actually messing around with dark magic. Specializing inflict negative. Yeah, they have fabled hunters and devotees of good. So basically, they are kind of like those fallen. They basically fell from the sky or whatever. They were transformed. They are undead now, and they are the guys that think they can control the dark urges within themselves if they use these kinds of magic for good. You know, that kind of folly that never really pans out. Oh yeah, that's nice. They become invulnerable when hit. So if I understand how this works, if I hit, I actually deliver damage, it becomes invulnerable, and then on another turn it's gonna lose that advantage. Apparently. If that works like this, it can move through obstacles. I don't know if Astral Refuge works like that. But it looks like a tough crowd, this one. Warding, budding strength. Yeah, they can strengthen others. 80 points of life. Yeah, they aren't easy, these guys. Well, I have 25 points, sorry, of life. Yeah. Ah, yeah. Sounds lovely, sounds like a treat. 478 power. Spirit Hawk, okay. Yeah, the further you go, the harder it gets, apparently. Okay. I'm gonna keep producing troops. You need your orders. Yeah, I actually should try to get some more packages around or whatever. Boy. Can I? I'm tempted to do this just to... Let me just come back here. Because I actually have to go for the next strata things. Strata. Aha, stone mason. I can build 2 farm. Should I build 2 or have to? Because I have 1 already. But if I have to build 2, I'm just gonna put this down to increase production. And I'm gonna boost this. I'm gonna try and boost this. But then, since what I'm gonna do to try and boost this is I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna put a farm here. Can I? Oh, I don't have the cash anymore. But then the following turns I'm gonna get 2 farms, whatever, you know. And my god, there's mana all over the place. And then let's see if it boosts or not. I could just... Okay, I'm gonna send her back. How long till I have? 2 turns. 1 turn. Yeah, 1 turn later I can have... I'm not gonna... I can just waste movement for my units. I actually have to have them moving around and doing stuff. I'm gonna waste tons of movement here. Yeah, it's 16 points. So I'm gonna go around and try to open up a bit here. Fine. Grontar. Okay, now I'm gonna advance here. Oh, let me... I'm gonna give you a copper. Again. Okay, let's see if I can fight you. I'm gonna get in. Aha! The troops do not come to fight for each other. So let's enter manual combat. Let's see if I can get used to fighting these guys or not. We'll see. 333 in here. A divine sign. Not for the battle, for life. Okay. Alright. Okay. So... Yeah. Oh, these guys. They can actually hop around the battlefield. Trigger opportunity attack. Ignores the effects of slowing. This displacement. Upon sustaining damage, this unit teleports to a random location within 2 axes. These little monkeys annoy the crap out of me. Not to mention this. Target sustains damage and turns 180 degrees. You know, they can actually twist you. Yeah, I fought them once, I remember. We can handle them, but they are annoying. Melee, Astral Refuge, yeah, this bastard has an Astral Refuge. Well, we're gonna have to face them anyway, sometimes, so... I wish they were the puppies here, but they are the hounds. So they have more life, low maintenance, and pack hunter. Okay, and they considered the other ones as their pack. Okay. So, let's see, let me check on your reach now. You can move around, even if you move straight. You can reach the furthest. Wow, you can really reach far. All the way here. So, yeah, I can move my troops here. Let's get the extra protection for these guys. I'm gonna move you 1 tier forward, and that's all. I'm probably gonna have to move them. I'm gonna waste movement, but I'd rather form a proper line as far as it goes, and use this formed line to advance later, than to just stumble forward and screw up, you know, and take damage for an opening. Okay, I'm gonna... Let me see, I have... Okay, where's the rest of it? Okay, perfect. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna move you right in the middle of the pack here. Just move you here. You, I'm gonna move here. Move here. I can't really cast any spells for now. So what do we have here? Strength from steel. Target friendly unit with 2 bolster defense, cooldown 2 turns, support. Always hits. Single magical attack target. How long does it last? That's my question, because if it lasts a lot, I can just do this, for example, to this guy. I'm gonna try. Let's see if it lasts for a while longer. 3 turns, good. So it's worth casting these spells by the beginning, maybe. It's just that I lose a turn for it. But I gain a turn, then I can use these guys to boost to other units or attack. You're gonna defend. You're gonna, after doing that, you're gonna defend as well. Great, you're gonna take a lot of them with you. You're gonna defend, obviously. Taunt. No, you're not taunting. there's no one to taunt right now. Maybe. Can I taunt? Can't really go backward now. Can I? Can't. No. That's not what I want. I actually want to go back and move. I think it appears in this screen here. You can unmake your last movement. Becoming taunted for 3 turns. Can I reach them? I don't think I can. No, I can't. It's just for a single phase. Yeah. I can phase behind you too. But I'm not gonna do that now. Come on. Yeah, they did what I thought they would do. They wouldn't actually use the entirety of their movement. Let me see how far can I move all my troops. Yeah, it's worth it. I can move them all forward and start attacking. Alright, move. Oops. Move. Okay. Repositioning everyone. Does this do sharp? No, I don't want to fall down into sharp stuff. I'm gonna move you here. If someone wants to get cut, let them do it. You know, I won't. But it's fun that that you can have these kinds of obstacles within the battlefield. Yeah, this area. Well, it doesn't matter. Let's go. Okay, let me see now. I can. A pretty nice amount of damage to this guy here. Can I use you? Maybe you can. No, no one can explode this guy. Because this counts as an attack, doesn't it? I know it does. Yeah, your attack's the one that does the least damage. I can't move you forward anymore. So, that's the problem. I can attack you, I can attack you from distance, I can attack you here. 16 against 10. I could move him to the adjacency and try to attack the guy with 16 here. I also could attack the rear. You know, 50%. It's a big chance for me to lose the. Delivers more. I think it's the archer. The archer for sure. So I'm going to send the archers to shoot this guy. Yeah. Refuge. Okay, that's how I thought it would work. This one I can use to I can try. Let's see what happens if I taunt this guy, because no one can reach him. Oh, he can only taunt those that are around. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna taunt you, you know, to attack. Me.
Yeah.
No, I didn't taunt. It's something else. But it's fine, because he defended. Okay, so taunt him. No, did they actually taunt it? I thought that. Ah, it's just that they enter defense mode. Okay, so they both are taunted now. Let's see how this works. And in the middle of, for all of this, I can actually shoot you now. And yeah, I'm shooting. All right, more physical damage to you. And you, defense mode. Oh, I also have bolster enchant. No, it's not what I want. I'm gonna save this for later. And let's see what happens now. They should be able to resist this. Yeah. Good. Because then they actually took damage from the attack as well. Yeah. I'm beginning to like these dwarves. Run around. Yeah, go along. Uh-oh, don't. Fine, now this means I can kill this guy here. Right? If I shoot him... Oh no, he's refuged. Fine, whatever. I can shoot you. Yeah. I use... it's just that... Yeah, no, it's fine. Great. Now I can move the rest of the troops. Alright, they are gonna go all the way around. That's good. Good. They're gonna take retaliation damage, but that's fine. You're still alive? You're kidding me. Fine, fine, shoot them. Yeah. That was fantastic. Now I can't really shake these guys off. Uh-huh. Yeah, you thought you would just run away from me. Let me move here. I can't really taunt now, but I can at the very least attack these guys. Not... they won't take too much damage, but... yeah, it's kind of worth it, I think. As for you, I'm gonna keep you here. Doesn't matter if I attack you or not, because you're just refuged. But you're still taunted. That's fantastic. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit down here and defend. You're gonna attack him. You're gonna take more retaliation damage. You can refuge yourself, doesn't matter. Wow. Now I can think about using my spell to buff these guys. Great. Turn. Yeah, they ran away. Smart asses. Should have attacked with these ones. Didn't occur that they would teleport after the first attack. Stay there. As for you, I'm gonna be out of range forever. Here. Attack. Great. You. Move you here. And shoot them again. The battle is playing very differently than I used to play with other factions. That much I can tell. Who else? I'm gonna give you a bolster defense here. Because then I can stack this 5 times. So I have 3 times. And they are bleeding. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull you even more around myself. You know? So now they have +3. I think that they've just granted even more. Okay, I can't really move these guys apparently. Yeah, Hugard's kind of paralyzing them. Well, no. Oh yes, no, they are defending, which is good. Let me see. +3, 2 bleeding, plus bowstring. Yes. So they have tons of defense right now. And what I'm gonna do with these guys is I'm gonna defend again. So it should be an... oh yeah. They have plenty of resistance now. Should be a nightmare to attack. Okay. Well, it worked, but I think I could do better, you know, especially because I took tons of damage with the copper golem. But okay. It's just that I might use that time to attack this guy here. But fine, okay. Okay, I'm gonna keep you here for now. I'm gonna literally keep you here instead of moving. I'm gonna move one more to the... Didn't really work. Didn't open anything apparently. No, it did. Hostile Lorwell. Sage Primo Stars here, the free city Lorwell. Greets you with hostility. We reptilian stargazers of Lorwell will fight for our freedom and stand against anyone who threatens our free city, even when they are led by Forge Enchanter like you. The blood of invaders, thieves, and spies will nourish the fields. Okay, that's shadowy. Yeah, our relations are negative so far. We are at war, so basically they are automatically at war with me. Okay. Size 3, they have a farm here. Yeah, they aren't that big. They're basically about the same size I am, apparently. They have more population. And they are, Primo Star Series, yeah, alignment evil. This is not the kind of guy I want to ally with. Yeah, I'm gonna maybe build an outpost here. Negotiation succeeded. Okay, so we have a pact of cooperation now. Trading is enabled, up to 2 resource trades are available, magic materials can be... Okay, good news, proceed. Let me just check this now. I have 100 Imperium, so let's buy this. Because next turn I'm going to start with the military engineering, placing stuff like around. I think might benefit from it. Alright. What else? Try and trade with them. What do we have here to trade? I pay 8 gold for 10 mana. That's interesting. 5 mana for 10. This I don't find that interesting for 10 drafts. And haste berries. Founding absorbing seeds takes +2 turns. This is useful. I might just buy it for the benefits, and because it seems, I don't know if this is bringing our ties together even further. I'm gonna think till the next turn about this. Alright, so end turn. Yeah. I love how the roads already link the cities together, you know. Gives you the impression that there was actually civilization here beforehand. And even if you have some damage done around, it's very interesting, I'd say. Yeah. It's a very interesting way of that. Okay, now I have 110. Let me see if I can do this. It would be very useful to have something here. It's the first time I'm gonna try this build outpost 38. I can't. Oh. Already exists an outpost of city. Okay, I can't because it's... I have an outpost on the other side. Can I do this here? Because if I can... Or maybe here. Come back here. For a second. Try to do it here. Yeah, in here I can. I can't use the mana node, however. So I'm going to spend 38 here. Now it's cheaper, so... Yeah, I'm going to establish one here. So I can have a place to heal. Maybe I'm going to clean up and mop up these guys. Oh, I forgot. I have to actually cast this spell here. Now I have another. Where's my other hero? So Copper Golem. And now instead of Copper Golems, I'm gonna cast... Oh, no, that's not what I want to cast. Are you sure the board spells abort? I'm not gonna receive anything back. Oh, am I? No, I'm not. I kind of want to cast the spell on my city. Jesus, motherfucker, no. Sorry. This is what I want. I kind of want to spend the spell here. I want to cast this on my city. 2 turns, fine. Yeah, I wasted a turn there. I'm not gonna load scum this time. Before I just loaded scum loaded because I kinda scum load, sorry. I did a scum load before because kinda wanted to see the effect take place there. So yeah, I kinda want the 2 farms now. Let me see here if I can clean some province. No, I want a farm. I can put a farm down here, in here, can I? Because then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to move here to see to uncover this terrain. Can I put a farm in here? I can. So I'd put both side by side and close up this area here, this gap. But also I could just come back here and close this gap here. Yeah, I think it'd be once. Cannot establish outposts adjacent to already exist outposts. Oh, so I can't really. Fine, it's fine. Next turn I'm gonna do this then. Outposts also count, I didn't pay attention to that. It's fine. I can also do that with other explorers here. Now, right now, Frost Shield. What does it do? 3 defense against non-flanking attacks. Melee attackers take 4 frost damage. Interesting. Take reward. Great. And there's still another. Okay, you're gonna. Cusis. +1 defense. Okay, I'm liking this. So, once more, let me come here. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this shield now. If need arises, I'm gonna give you +1 defense. Close. Great. Hey, Breccia. I actually end up on alliance with you, so I'm gonna boost again. Let me see. I'm not entirely sure that the haste barriers are gonna help me now, because it's basically to build cities. I can try to convert one outpost in a city, but I still don't know how long does it take. So, not very fond of the, not very fond to spend. Yeah, if I get all 3 in my empire, I get Imperial Essence. Then it's +15 Imperium. That's useful. But I have no perspective of getting those for now, at the very least. You know? I actually gotta find out if I can discover. Okay, 2 more turns. If I can discover how to ensure my 5 turns. Yeah, if I build 2 farms. Let me send my... I'm gonna send you to rendezvous with the troops there. Okay. Everyone's kind of near, so it's safe, I guess, for now. Alright. You have orders as well. Well, I do have to stick with you here, don't I? I guess. Fine, so awaken troops. So +20 production, +20 draft, distance stability. Oh yes, I gotta take a look at that. Let's see, how much stability do I have? +15, +10, so I have +25. I have bonuses right now. I have bonuses. I'm gonna lose 10 if I do this. I'm gonna lose 10. And if I place outposts, this is something that I actually... Because each outpost actually brings... I think it actually detracts a little bit, doesn't it? If it does, because then I don't want to lose these bonuses. Like, where is this? Reduction, city structures... You see, I'm between 10 and 39, so I'm stable. It means I have plus 5%. If I'm still gonna have 15, but if I start losing from the others, it's not gonna be worth it, I think, just to boost that, just to boost Stonemason. So I'm gonna. It's actually good that I didn't do this turn. I'm gonna have to see if this actually affects my stability. If it does, maybe it's just not worth it. Just sit and wait for now, because right now I have +2 on multipliers that I don't want to lose. So yeah. Well, we're gonna have to discover. Let's hit the button. Yeah, this is the best part of a game, when you're discovering how it works. It's actually really fun, even if you wreck yourself doing it. This also... because it gives me +20. It's still worth it, I think. Trade negotiations. During a lengthy discussion on trade terms, you discover an exquisite boots of freedom mounted on the wall of the Guildmaster Dane Forerunner of Breccia. Boots of freedom. Very fast movement, swift. 48, that's important, that's interesting. Effects of slow in terrain in combat, immune to becoming slowed or immobilized. I like that. You admire the craftsmanship of the object. Even through the Whispering Stone, you can sense the powerful energy flowing from the Boots of Freedom. This is an artifact that belongs in the hoard of a Godir, not on a wall of a Guildmaster. Come on, don't despise the guy, he's actually an ally. The Enforged Runner soon notices your interest in the object and smirks. Your fascination with my Boots of Freedom flatters me, the Enforged Runner says, but only a generous offer can convince me to part with it. Offer jewels in exchange for the Boots of Freedom? Grontar Aiducan loses 156, 6 with Breccia, and reach Pact of Loyalty immediately. Oh, I wish I had them. I probably cannot do much to... because this is an event. If I have to choose right now, it's a shame. Immortal Wisdom. Oh, I can actually surrender knowledge. But that's forever. Oh, for 6 turns, 31. Yeah, it would slow me down on the research, but I like the idea of having these boots on a hero of mine. 6 with Breccia, Pact of Loyalty immediately. That's also good. It's 1 turn, it's not such a big advantage. This is certainly respectable, but really must be very proud. Give Imperium. Study its designs and craft a copy for yourself. 4 strength material affinity check, 70% success. You wrought a perfect replica of the Boots of Freedom. You gain your white and Boots of Freedom. Lacks the quality or power of the original. For 6 turns, Grontar Aiducan lose 1 material affinity. And I don't want a frivolous trinket. Wow. No, I'm gonna change with knowledge. Okay. I guess I might give the boots to her, but I'm gonna prop you for now. You know, give him the Boots of Freedom. It's just that he doesn't actually enter combat as frequently, so it's less probable that he's gonna use certain advantages of the boots. You know, like this could be useful, but slowed. Yeah, he loses retaliation attacks, big whoop. And he can't get slowed or immobilized. This will just be for spells, really. So yeah. Okay. Right. So we have an outpost. I can't reinforce. Let me check. Okay, so it's ready. The outpost is done. I don't think I really could choose to put down a farm there, so I don't think this counts. Let me think here. No, it doesn't really. So, occupy. I can put down a watchtower. I'm actually paying for this. Oh no, it gives me the quality characteristics of the terrain. Maybe I can actually, because if I actually call out on population, it might be, and I'm gonna try to do that. I'm gonna try to spend some Imperium here to attract population. Oh, it's 4 turns. It doesn't really help. No, it did help. It's 4 turns before the next revolution. Now I can click here. Let's see. Can I can't really pull in the outpost. No, I can't really pull in the outpost. Can you? I can't really claim like this. No, I can't. I can just build outposts. Can I use the pathfinders to do that? The pathfinding units. I'm not gonna do this on the mountain. It's not my interest right now. I can prospect this? No, I can't really do it. Not at the mountains at the very least. Let me get the other one.
Yeah.
And the tower. Can I claim it? No. So yeah, I really can't claim like that. It's just a description of what the terrain can do, probably to the future. But what I can do right here, right now, is try to build another farm and see if it boosts stonemason. It might. Let's see. Yeah, it boosted. So I need to have 2 built. I don't need to build 2 more. That's good. So it didn't really waste. Yeah, nevertheless, I lost, because I expanded it a bit further, I lost 5 stability. So I gotta think it carefully, because as this, I actually read about it. If the cities gain too much spread, they actually become they actually lower their stability. So I'm gonna need something to counter this. Is there anything that will give me more stability? I don't think these things do give me more stability, because I'm gonna lose 10 now. And fine. Apparently I still have enough to gain my bonuses. Yeah, I'm still gonna be unstable even with less 10. And even then, since I'm gaining just +5 and +5 is +2 here, I still have +15. +2 food. Yeah, it's a nice trade-off, because I'm gaining basically +2 food. I'm getting, yeah, +2, +2, +2 for stability. So it's okay, I guess, you know. And yeah, I guess it's not such a big deal. But I actually should consider building a second city as soon as possible. Found a city. Aha, I need Imperium for that. City will become another fortress city. So now I can do that. As long as I have the Imperium. Yes, Imperium is way more important than other. In this particular case, Imperium is way more important than other. So how long? I have 40, I need 200. I get 70 every 2 turns, 140. It's gonna take 4 or 5 turns for me to have that, plus 3. In 8 turns I can have a second city. In an outpost, in this outpost. And I don't know, this is taking too long. I actually need more Imperium. How do I get it? Let's see, can I negotiate with you and get some Imperium for some reason? No, I can't. How do I get more Imperium? Spending Empire development. City income hero cap. Yeah, I can kill my hero cap to gain +5, but it doesn't refresh in anything. So yeah, having the hero was kind of an interesting idea. because I'm spending 30 gold. I still have gold. You know, it kind of became kind of a bottleneck at some point, but it wasn't that problematic. But Imperium is becoming a problem, so I gotta think about it. I can control 3 cities, and why shouldn't I really? Put down 3 cities. And I actually wanted the outpost because I'm gonna have to wage war against these guys, so I actually wanted to have a forward base here to healing and stuff. But yeah, I mean, having a city here is not the worst thing that could happen. I have some interesting resources around. I have mana. I have. It will be interesting to close this gorge up north here. For some reason, I think it might be useful. I don't know. I don't think that there's anyone in there, apparently, at the very least. What are these yellow balls here? I don't have any. Oh, I see. It's probably mana gnomes. But yeah, it's interesting that I can have an advanced post and keep my eye on these guys. But I'm gonna have to fortify this position here because they, I don't know if they are going to attack or not. People say that the AI is fairly passive. We'll see. Interesting. Let's see. Okay, you have your orders merged with the unit. Good. I'm not gonna put down another outpost now that I know what I'm up against. Passage. No. Okay, I can go. Now I can try to, since both troops are kind of close to each other. They're kind of around each other. I can try and put them 2 together. You see 1, 2. No, it's further, I think. I could just put this troop here, come around, but I actually don't want to put them on the lines without healing first. So I can move a bit north, try to uncover what's there. I see a tower. Struggling a little. It struggles a little bit because I'm using my old machine to... got an older machine to use it. So what do we have here? Pastures, plus 10 food. So it's gonna struggle a little bit from time to time. Actually, it emulates even better the the retro feeling, retro aliveness, so to speak. Okay. Who else? Orders required. So you, where can I send you now? I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna move you to places you can prospect. Okay, let's send you right in the middle of the mountain. Prospect. Helmet. Tier 1 head grants 1 defense. Take reward. Okay. Look at this. Just look at this. I have tier 2, so I have plus 3. I guess it just go for tiers. If I have the tier I prospect, I get some mana. But I'm gonna keep trying. So yeah, getting the boots was actually an interesting idea because I actually reached tier 2 and then I can get more mana. I mean, yeah. Problem is that in unit upkeep I'm paying less 24. Okay, fine, it's fine. I'm gonna get more items eventually. And problem is that as I cast this, it's gonna have an upkeep as well. So yeah, that's problematic. I'm gonna need to produce mana at some point in some areas. As soon as I get my second season, I have to set up these 2. I might have to hold up on this enchantment here, but it's kind of fine because I'm not going to be able to summon anyone else until I have more mana, so I'm going to have to hold back. It's okay if I hold back, I think. Let me get to my heroes. Vega. I'm going to give you a helmet, Vega. Oh, it's the same that you're using. So doesn't matter. Yeah, sometimes you just find junk. Inspect. But you can use this. Yeah. Fine. Fantastic. Now, orders required. For you. Mm-hmm. Can get more mana there. Yes, I could just... yeah, I sort of can just move from stack to stack to stack. I don't think that's a good idea. It can't... Of course, it's a good idea to get the stacks. But I can't live only from the charity of this world, you know, getting stacks here and there. It's not gonna work. And I actually should try and build these cities on desert tiles. Oh, this is grassland. It's all grassland around here. Grassland sand. Sand rocky. Should look for these ones to build on. Because it's easier for me. But that's okay. Mm-hmm. Fantastic. What else? Oh yeah, my second unit. Go up and join the army. Set arcing research. What else? Steel Fury Chant. Bolster defense and bolster resistance for each stack lost they gain strength and fortune. Oh, so you see, it's kind of like Magic the Gathering. You kind of buff, and then you can trade in the buff aspects to turn this into attack. Interesting. Spell Tempered Shields. I like this mechanic. +1 resistance when entering defense mode. This unit and all adjacent allies have +1 resistance until the start of the next turn. And Wayfind Enchantment. Scout Unit 2 in army. I like this enchantment, but it's gonna cost me to keep it as well. Yeah, but I'm gonna research this one. It's way too useful to let it just slide. Outpost founded. Good. Aha. Yeah, but if I do this, I mean, if I build a farm here or anything else around my outpost, assume that I do this, I could just... it's occupied. I'm gonna have to flush these guys out first. You know? Ow! No, wait. If I come back... I don't really need to do this, but if I come back and flush these guys out... and it's totally doable. I'm gonna have +10. Then I can actually boost up to +20, and then I can have more armies and I can enchant and increase production. This is an interesting prospect. So you have Charge Strike, Consume Corpse, 30% to turn defense mode, Charge Resistance, Demolisher. Okay, Disassemble. Huh, interesting. Because it has a bone cadence. So it continues after it dies. Low maintenance. Stats effect. Well, okay. What do I have? Puppies or hounds? Hounds. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to flush these guys out. Okay, in here I have 290, 160. Well, I guess I can't really move any of you now. Okay, we became we found a pact of loyalty with these guys. So now we're moving up to pact of vassalage. What can we trade now? Experience, still the same thing. I can boost again, but now I'm not gonna boost. I'm gonna wait the 3 turns because I need Imperium for other things. I needed to found new cities. So yeah. So this is our map right now. Interesting. So yeah, and after I'm gonna try to turn this thing into a city right away, because then I recover my +5 and I recover my +30 here for the hero cap. I might even hire another hero, even if it handicaps me a little bit. Should have flushed those guys right now instead of just moving north. But as I said, I kind of don't like the idea of having my troops fighting without full life. In okay, what's easier to flush? A 236 or 259? I think these guys. What are these, by the way? Exploring Tigrants. Yeah, these descriptors are very generic. Basically, it's a mash of phrases of sentences plucked out of the descriptions of the things that you mash together as you build your faction. So ruthless raiders, devious watchers, stuff like that. Okay, you have astral blood. Oh, cool. I see. It's just not angels, demons, and stuff like this. Apparently, you can have transformations for all lines. That's fascinating. Flow through their veins the target race, granting them attunement fortune, which increases critical hit chance when spells are cast. This is very cool. Basically, it's kind of following, as far as I understand, the official story for Age of Wonders, because the Archons actually intervene in the main world for the campaign, because they understand that they want to make humans flourish, because humans are prone to become archons. So maybe that's the point, you know, they can become somehow angelic or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, so that's very cool. Okay, let's end the turn. And okay, so our next step now is to come back and flush these guys out, recover our mana pool with that, try to fortify this area here, and recover our Imperium so we can found a second city. You know, we are at our 7th turn, so it would be good to have a city right now. You know, in maybe in 15 turns have our second city, and maybe just pull up to our third one. But the third one I would actually like to choose carefully. I would actually try to study the map a little more and delicately find a place for it. So I'm going to move my 2 troops here. I'm going to use both of them to attack. I know it's overkill, but then I can try to spare these units here and try not to lose them. And yeah, this shouldn't be such a hard fight. Okay, I have a new empire development here. Which is basically seafaring. That's not interesting at all for me right now. And of course I have the orders for the other units, but I'll be back. I think this has already nearly 2 hours, so I'm gonna be back with the second episode as we follow, and I'm gonna record it, and we will start with this battle here to see if we can recover our mana. Well, we have +3 already here because we have already prepped the... yeah. I'm gonna have a 6 in spell upkeep, but I'm confident that I can flush those guys out and get that mana. So first we flush them out, then we cast the spell. If we get the bonuses, we grant the bonuses, we cast the spell, and then we can have even more production in the city, and soon the Stone Mason as well. So we are at +40 now, should be at +60, maybe +70 something as far as production goes, and then we can dish out a pretty good amount of troops. Maybe even consider skipping tiers and then jumping a tier to another tier and then trying to invade Lorwell. Since we are already at war, I'm gonna profit from the opportunity. Yeah, okay, so far so good. This is the first episode in the story of Angband and Grontar Aiducan, the First Enchanter. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see each other when we see each other. Bye.